What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol OCGN for Ocugen Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, yes, this will, of course, be an update. You can see, based on yesterday's target, we came right into that 1611. Big sell-off happened here. Not entirely sure what that was all about. There was a report from Benzinga that came out that there was a big bearish bet floating around out there. Regardless, big rebound into the end of the day, right off of our 1335, as well as the gap fill area at $12, which we discussed both of these levels in length during yesterday's video. So going forward here, what are we going to do about this stock? Well, quite simply, if the move continues to be higher, we're just looking at this as our next level of resistance to pay attention to at $18.77, coming from this pivot back here where the nasty sort of sell and kind of sideways consolidation all really stemmed from, okay? So that's a critical upside area. Are we going to get there is, of course, the question, and right now, nobody can really know for sure. However, I would say just keep an eye on volume. It's always going to be your leading indicator when it comes time to big momentum continuation. You can certainly see that early on Tuesday's session, when the move higher really unfolded here, it was all driven by large volume, and we've been an advocate for that ever since the dawn of time, essentially, with trading. If volume is there to support the move, yes, momentum can continue higher. If it dries up, let's say volume starts doing something like this, tapering off and really getting back down to non-existent, that's where you need to be careful because you could see a sideways grind lower that you don't want to be a part of, especially if you're a buyer up here looking for the breakout to take us into that next daily level. So as always, keep a close eye on volume here inside of Ocugen. Just to give you some numbers to pay attention to, I would say if volume is on par with 10 million shares or greater than that per 30-minute bar on an initial drive higher, then you can have more confidence that yes, momentum will continue and potentially, again, there's no guarantee in the market, but potentially take us into that 1877 target to the upside. To the downside, what are the critical numbers to be watching? Well, not much has really changed. This still is a critical pivot at 1335. If we're above, stay bullish. If we're below, start to look out below because quite literally we have 12, then we have 1063. And as we know, underneath 1063, that's really where some damage can be done from a percentage standpoint, noting that 1063 opens the door up all the way to 9. And again, in terms of percentage points, that's a substantial move, okay? And you don't want to be wrapped up in that. So those are the pullback levels. Obviously, the trend is strong. Obviously, there's some catalysts floating out there as well. So be aware of the upside, but also don't forget about your downside risk, which is why we always talk about both directions here. But as the chart currently sits, yes, we are looking for momentum continuation. That's really going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.